Hello guys, it's Ralph here, and today I'm going to be making my fourth Storms set skills video. This time it will be on Biotron Tyrannitus. Biotron Tyrannitus. Okay, Biotron Tyrannitus. A hardcaster. I'm just gonna open this builds. So, I'm not gonna bother. Alignment, chaotic evil. Enslaved by the Zerg as a young child, Biotron was engineered to be intellectually intact as, I think it's meant to say, as our Amerition, but bound by emotional attachment to his parent Overmind. By keeping the infection mentally intact, the Amerition is capable of leading the pack in battle, enacting strategic maneuvers that would have otherwise been impossible. Yep. Okay, I read too slow. I'm a real loser. Okay. Yes, those guys. A bit off today, a bit sick, but it's okay. Starting health 535. Starting energy 231. Starting strength 31. Starting agility 26. Starting intel 33. So he actually has more intel scaling than strength, if I'm not mistaken. Physical resist 6, and spell resist 20. Attack damage 64. Attack speed 1.76. Movement speed 3.15. Yeah, okay. Heroic passive Hive Master. In command will infected civilians spawn in a large area around Biotron every 7 minus 0.2 times level seconds. Infected civilians have health equal to 15% of Biotron's maximum health and last 10 seconds and deal physical damage equal to 25% of his strength. Attack units lose 5% movement speed. Okay, so it's actually quite an important ability for him because not only are they spawning around him. Sorry, I haven't managed to fix this lag from last time, but I'll get it eventually. Not only do they spawn around him, but they also contribute to his abilities. So okay, his first ability, his Q is civilian takedown, and his Q, his E, and his ulti all take 20% of his energy, so I think that's due with balance stuff, but it's really good because it means you can cast 5 spells, like, no matter what, you can always cast 5 spells, and I'll get to his W's also energy, but it's great anyway. So, it's Q, civilian takedown. Biotron grabs infected civilians from beneath the earth and flings them in a narrow cone towards the target location. On impact, the civilians knock back and deal spell damage to enemies in a small area. Throws 6 minions dealing 120 plus 60% intelligence spell damage each. This is quite powerful. It doesn't actually move these guys, but as you can see, the little civilians getting to work on these obelisks, and these ones also only last 10 seconds. The little civilian guys, just note, Hive Master, they can spawn in unpathable terrain. See if we can get one spawning. Yeah, you get one, see one up there and stuff. And you can also fling them up there as well. But, okay. Ooh, sorry. That was bad. Oh no, we're okay. So his W, I think I'll show you after I show you his E. It's kind of easier that way. Oh yeah, scaling for Q. There you go. So the scaling is the amount of minions he throws. E, Biotron burrows underground. He can then resurface a target point along with several infected civilians. Enemies near the resurface point are sucked in towards Biotron and take spell damage. Sorry about that. Deals 320 20 plus 60% intel spell damage, spawning 6 minions. That is huge. Now, first we're going to look at the scaling. The scaling scales the amount of minions and the amount of damage. So, when I burrow, I become this little... Probably should... So there you go. He unburrows with all of civilians. And when... The unique thing is that when you're burrowed, this thing cools down, so you can... because it has 20-second cooldown, if you're burrowed, so you can see burrowed there. I mean, I've got a little apple, sorry. Fruits. So there you go, he's burrowed his little blobby thing. So we're going to wait a little while, and then we'll be able to burrow, or unburrow, and then burrow again, and then unburrow again, because his E is cooling down. This used to give him tons of health regen as well, but that was just totally overpowered. This guy's sometimes referred to as Biotron, because he's very powerful. And because he's kind of trolly as well, I guess. So if we unburrow, you can see how big the radius is. If we unburrow, and then we can burrow, and then we can unburrow again. You know, that is quite powerful. So it's very good for ambushing his ambushing claymore. So his W, which we're going to go back to, which is called NF25, it's called Cannibalize. Biotron consumes up to 5 infected civilians in an area, restoring percentage of his health and energy per minion consumed. Now, at level 4, so it restores, you know, at level 4, if you get all the minions, it will fully restore your mana. Yeah, will fully restore your mana, and will restore 25% of your health, which is quite strong. So if so this spawns 6, so you'll have 1 left over, and they actually sit there for a bit nicely, so you can nom them. But you saw me like eat them there. I know I've been, I think Wrath asked this. Was it Wrath or was it? No, I think it was Chimmer actually. You asked if I should do gameplay videos. I'm going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to record lots of stuff, and then I'm going to go back and do gameplay videos, which I'm going to link to these. I know, I just wanted to get these out of the way first because they're a bit easier. Anyway, so his ultimate, this is very powerful. It's called Putrefy. Cooldown 60. Biotron spawns 10 minions and marks an enemy 15 seconds, amplifying physical damage, drawing all his infected civilians to flay the target, and spawning additional minions every 1 second. While active, your infected minions gain 500% movement speed bonus. Amplifies physical damage by 40%. So pretty much what this does. So let's say this is like the height of its power. I'm actually going to get problems because all of civilians won't be able to go around this poor obelisk. Obelisk. So I'm going to wait a little while. So let's say you've got someone, you know, running down the lane stupidly, and you unburrow civilians, and then you ult, and it spawns a bajillion of them. And if they try to run, you can see how fast the ones are running around there for. And yeah, you can just see how instantly that bit of a bug with the animation there, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, so this guy does stack very strongly with, obviously, strength and health, so pretty much just organic carapace is his best friend. It's also good to get, he's very good played intel, because, I mean, his E and his Q stack with intel, so he can do quite a lot of damage, considering, especially with his claymore, how it can be done twice, so, you know, deals, if you do 2 of them, you know, 640 base. At level 18 with talents, he has 1,735 health, 952 energy, 151 strength, 112 agility, 136 intel, 18 armor, still 20% spell resist, 124 attack damage, still 130. No, it should be a bit less. 137 weapon speed, and still 3.15. Movement speed. I forgot to do health regen and mana regen at the start, so I'm just gonna have to do them at the end. He has 5.9 health regen and 2.13 mana. So you really, mana regen is very important on this guy, but you kind of want to avoid mana and just get as much mana regen as you can, because mana, you know, is irrelevant. You can have 5 mana and it will have the same effect as if you had 500, because it will take the same amount. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Any suggestions in the comments, please like, rate and subscribe.